So I'm going to go through CareFlow Connect first to do the referral bit because it's pretty straightforward. And then I'll show you how to do the task functionality. Let me get my screen shared. I apologize for my voice. I'm getting over a cold, so I sound a little bit froggy. Everybody see my screen? Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
So we're going to log into CareFlow Connect. And I believe that they're making sure that they're building the actual teams for all the OTs, depending on what site you're at. So they can't turn those on until Monday morning when we go live, but they will be there. All you will need to do is when you land on your homepage, this is probably where you go to look up the wards to find the patients that you see. If you see the cogwheel here, this is to join a team. So you would just click on the cogwheel and then you would just search for the team that you're looking for and then click on join team. So that would be that'd be the way to join the actual team. But let's say I'm just going to go into one of our test wards here. And so this is you're on the ward, you have your team updates and patient list and summary, handover list, tasks. So this is where you'll be finding tasks when we go over that a little bit later. And then this is the referral section as well. When you go into your own team, this is where you'll find the referrals. It's one place you'll find referrals. You can find it on a ward level or a team level or on the patient level as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and select a patient. So in case for some reason you need to put in a referral on your own and not just have the ward do it, I'll show you how. So you would select the patient that you would want to make the referral to. You've got all of these headings. You've got summary and team updates, handover, all of these. You've got a section for tasks when we get there. Team referrals. So that's where you would go to see referrals to the patient specifically. So this is on a patient level. It'll show you all the referrals that have been put in for that specific patient. But to add a referral, you're going to see this big blue plus sign. You'll click on that and you'll go to referral conversation. So if you select that, it brings up a box, and this is to start a referral conversation. They call it a conversation because you can send comments back and forth between you and the ward or whoever is the person putting in the referral if there's any questions about it. But it's automatically going to show where the referral is originating from. So whatever ward or team that you're a part of, that is going to be sending the referral. And then you would want to select the team that this is going to go to. So whatever OT site that you're going to be working at, it would go there. I'm just going to put this in just so you can see what it looks like on the other end. I'm going to select our patient flow. We're going to do this one. And then there's the SBAR section to actually put in the information on the referrals. This is at a system level, so regardless of what referral it is, whether it's to OT, physio, if it's to like a medicine specialty, it all looks the same. So there's no way we're going to be changing what these say, but there'll be, I think there's been just discussions on what exactly needs to be put in the referral for you all to know exactly what's going on with the patient and why they require OT services. But it's just a free text. You get 1,000 characters, so you would just type in whatever text in here, and then you would do send referral. So that's going to go ahead. You're going to get up here a little tick mark saying patient referral has been started. And then if you refresh, it will actually show on the patient itself the referral that we just put in. So you can see it on this area as well. So what I'm going to do to say that you're on your OT team and you want to go to the referrals. So you'll want to go, we're going to go back to we're going to go to our surgical team. So you're going to see right over here that there have been 3 referrals put in on this team that has been sent. So it's going to show all of these referrals in here. It automatically defaults the filter by direction to show both sent and received referrals, but you can filter it so you just see sent or received. Filter by statuses, it automatically defaults to all statuses, but if you only want to see the statuses that are still pending, that are basically brand new, just tick onto pending so it'll show you those ones. And it automatically filters it to 30 days. but you can adjust that. So if you only want to see what's been put in the last 24 hours, you can tick that, or you can do a custom range. So if there's certain dates that you're looking at, you can also do it that way. And then you can always reset the filters right here. But this is our patient that we just put a referral in. So to open that up to see what the referral is, what's going on with the referral, just click on the patient, and you're going to see this pending status right here with a drop-down arrow. It will show all of the information that they put in on the S-bar for the referral. If for some reason you're thinking you need to have a little bit more information before you accept this referral, you can just type in a comment here and you can save that. It'll send it back to the team so they can see that comment, and it's still going to be under a pending status because you have not accepted or declined that referral yet. So that's just a conversation back and forth in case you need more information. But let's say they sent you everything that you needed and you're fine to accept this referral. To do so, you're just going to click on the drop-down arrow, and then you're going to go here to select a status. Another drop-down arrow. You can either accept it, decline it, or cancel it. Cancel it as if it was maybe put in an error or if it's not needed. Accept is if you're going to accept it, or decline if you're going to decline it. And then you can add in a comment if you're going to say, we'll see this patient later today or tomorrow or whatever it might be. So you can add in a comment that way. And then you're just going to click on update status. And it will show you in the comment section that the referral was accepted and what team you're under, and then who was the one who accepted it and the date and time that it was accepted or declined, whatever the status might be. And then you can just exit out of that, and then it automatically refreshes to show that this has been accepted on the referral for the team. Does anybody have any questions about that? It's pretty straightforward. That's essentially referrals right there. And then if you need to adjust it, if you only want to see the ones you accepted. So let's say you come in, there's no new referrals, but you want to see maybe the ones that have been accepted over the last week. It'll show you a list of everybody that's been accepted. So you can play around the filters if you need to. But that is the section for referrals at a team level. Again, if you want to go directly to the patient, you could go back to the patient list and you can click on an actual patient and it'll show you if there's any referrals that have been put in on that patient at the patient level. Get rid of that. So that is essentially referrals. I'm also going to...
Sorry, Jeanette, can I just ask? Sorry, I'm on the ward, so it's really busy.
No, that's okay.
Can I just ask, when we're going to referrals,
Mm-hmm.
is it going to have all the separate OT teams, like, for example, stroke, community hospital, acute medicine? Is it going to separate it into teams, or is it just going to be referrals for the whole of occupational therapy?
No, so I believe what they were doing is they're actually going to be separating it based on whether it's stroke or if it's certain sites. So they just don't have them. I mean, it won't take long to have them built and like put in place, but the corporate apps team needs to actually wait until Monday morning before they turn them on so that you're not getting referrals before you guys are ready to. But yeah, it should be separated. And they'll be sending out comms, and Charlotte and Vicky should have at least just tell you what the names of all the teams are, since I'm not sure exactly how many that they're building, but that's my impression is they're all going to be separated. You just have to search for the team that you're looking for. And then when you go to your list here, it'll show you all the different teams that you're a member of so that you can select the appropriate team. So if one day you're on that you're working with one ward or one set of patients, and then the next day you're somewhere else, you can go back and forth. And anybody else have questions about referrals? That's basically it. I will send Charlotte already has these, but I do have a slide deck as well that has like some screenshots so you can refer back to it. And then I'm recording this so that you guys can see go back and refer to that as well. So that is referrals. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into tasks. It doesn't take super long, but since there's a couple different ways you can do it. So if you want to view tasks at a team or ward level or whatever you're looking at, if you go to this tick mark, it says tasks. It's going to show you for that team all of the tasks that have been assigned, or not assigned, but have been created. So it'll show you anything that is in progress, outstanding, not started. It'll show you all the different ones. This to me is a little busy, but you can view it this way as well. If you're looking for a certain type of task, you can look at it this way. It'll show you tasks, the patient that it's on, if it's been assigned or not, and then what the status is. And again, you've got your filter bars up here so you can filter it if you just want to see what is still to do. So what's outstanding or accepted, it'll show you, or what's already in progress, it'll show you that as well. And then if you just want to search by a specific task, you can do it that way. You can create a task from here, which you'll have to actually enter in or search for the patient themselves. So I think the easiest way to do that is to go to the patient list, select a patient, and then you're going to go back to your big blue plus sign down here, and you've got create task. So tasks are going to be something that either you guys can do at a team level if the ward's doing it, and this is just something that you can set as something that needs to be done. So let's say you get the referral from whatever ward, but then you want to go in and actually create a task to assign to yourself to say you need to go in to see this patient. You need to go review and assess them. So you can actually go, this is going to bring it up with the patient's details up here. The task has a drop down arrow. So let's see, we're going to go for OT review and assessment. You can type in any notes or comments that you need to. It's optional, it's not required. It's going to show you either the team that it's assigned to, or you can assign it to an actual person. I would say your probably best bet is to assign it to a specific team, like your OT team, just because if somebody is off sick or is on leave, you don't want tasks to get lost or not get completed because they have been assigned to a specific person. But you do have that option to assign it to yourself or to another person. Then you have your start time. You don't have to put in a start time. If you don't, it just defaults to the date and time that the task was put in. And then due date, I would put in a due date of however many days. Let's say you need 3 days to be able to assess this patient. You could put in for Friday, and you don't have to put a time in. You can if you want. Let's say we want to do it before the end of the day. So let's say we do it by 4. It automatically defaults to a medium priority, but you can change it to low or high if need be. And then you can click on Save Task, and that is going to save the task. If you're already under this patient's summary, if you click over to Tasks, it will show you that task that we just created. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So it'll show you right here. So it has not been assigned to a person, but it's showing the ward or the team that has been assigned to. So it's assigned to somebody. And then the status is not started. And you can see the start date and time, and then when it's due as well. If we had put in any comments, it will show up over here in the comment section. So let's say you've got this task and you're going to go ahead and you're going to go see this patient. If you want to adjust or update the status of it, you can just click on the task. And when it's done refreshing, you can go ahead and you can add any comments that you need to. And you can change the status to, let's say we're going to do in progress. So if you're going to update the task saying that you're already going in to see the patient, and it's now in progress up there. And then the same thing goes to complete the task. And again, over here, you can filter by what's completed, what's still in progress. Let's say we want to see what's in progress for this patient, and it's going to show those. Any questions about that so far? Once you do it, it's pretty easy. So you can do it that way.
Jeanette,
Yeah.
sorry,
yeah.
I've just got one. Do you
Yeah.
need to have a referral before
No.
you add a task? No, I didn't. No, I didn't think you could.
No, because there's other things on there. There's like arrange TTO. There's all different kinds of tasks on there, so it's not specific. So you don't need to have a referral. It's just if you have the referral for OTs, they're going to see that they have this referral, and then if they want to go in to assign it to a specific person, they can to create a
Right.
task or whatnot. So it'll just show, it's another way to show what things need to be, what tasks still need to be done for the patient. But no, referrals aren't
Okay.
needed.
Okay. Thank you.
And then, so let's say somebody does, or you assign it to yourself, or so let me go back in here and I'm going to assign it to myself. We're going to update the task. So what it does is if you go up here to the top, it'll say My Tasks. It now has a 1 bubble up here. If you click on that, it will show you all of the tasks that have been assigned to you, to yourself. And it'll show you the same thing, the status and the priority and all that sort of stuff. So you can also keep a running tally of any tasks that have been assigned to you specifically, whether you do that yourself or if somebody else has assigned it to you. And then when you log into CareFlow Connect here, it will automatically show if there have been any tasks that have been assigned to you, and it'll show up as a notification. So that way you can see if there's something new that has popped up recently. So you can do this, you can do the tasks from CareFlow Connect, but you can also do it from Patient Flow, so the whiteboards. So I will show you how to do it to update and also create tasks on Patient Flow. So I'm just going to click over to Patient Flow. It is the same access as CareFlow Connect, only with Patient Flow, you have the option of creating a pin. Oh, come on. You're seriously not going to let me in? There it goes. Sorry about that. Okay, so then you've got your Patient Flow. Over here on the right-hand side, it's your account section. This is where you would go if you want to enable a pin and set a pin, so that way you don't have to type in your password the whole time. And then over here is your menu bar, and you're going to want to go for Flow Whiteboard. So let's say you have, and to search for the specific ward or that you're going to be working on, you can just hit the magnifying glass and search. You have to make sure that you're at the correct site. So you just filter it by site, and then you just have to search for the ward on here to create to find the specific one. So let's say that you're on your specific ward. On the board here, I'm sure you've seen these on the wards already. So this is the big flow board that is up in there. You can also access this from any computer, desktop, laptop, or the mini iPads as well. So this section, you can see as a ward, at a ward level, all the outstanding tasks that have not been completed for all the patients on the ward. I find that's a little bit clunky to look at because it's going to group them by patient, but it's going to show you everything that hasn't been done. Just to make sure that you're getting to what you need to do, I will just go to the specific patient. You've got your task column right here with the green bubbles with the numbers. It's just showing how many outstanding tasks are still there to do. You can click on that bubble and it's going to show you all of the tasks that are in on the patient, and it'll pull over this. So this is the task we just created a minute ago in CareFlow Connect. It has pulled over into Patient Flow, so you can see that as well. It'll show you on here everything that's in progress or not started, overdue. If you want to see any tasks that have been completed, just toggle over to the include inactive, and it's going to show you everything that's also been completed on the patient too. So if you need to see if maybe somebody has already done an OT assessment, you can look at it that way as well. To edit a task that's already been started, you can click on this pencil over here under options, and it brings up that same, it looks slightly different, but it's the same information that you can pull over from the task. And this is where you'd want to go to, you can update the task to be completed. And then you can type in any comments if you need to. And then you would just tick on update task. And it'll go away. If you need to delete a task, let's say for whatever reason, it got put in on the wrong patient or it's not needed, you can just click on the bin icon and you can delete the task. To create a task from Patient Flow, it's the same process as in CareFlow Connect. You just click on the create task and it looks essentially the same. There is a slight difference though in that when you go to the task, the drop down arrow, you have these stars here so that you can set favorites. So that if there's a task that you're using over and over again, you can click on the star, and then that way the next time you go in to create a task, it will show up at the top. So you don't have to search for the whole drop down list for the task that you're looking for. So you can click on that. It's the same thing. Add a description if needed, start time, start date and due date, and then the same thing you've got medium priority that you can change if you need to. The task status always defaults to not started. And then in Careful Connect, it automatically assigns it to the team that you were under. Here you're actually going to have to assign it to a specific team. So this is where you'll have to search for your OT team, whatever team, whether it's stroke or if it's for Amersham or wherever it is. You'll just have to click on the magnifying glass and search. But yeah, I don't think they haven't built the teams yet. Or again, you can assign it to a specific person if you need to. And then more area for comments. We're going to put a due date in here. And then there we go. There's the task that we've just created. So it's essentially the same. It's the same process as in Careful Connect. It just looks just slightly different, but it's the same functionality as it is in Careful Connect. And that's basically it. That's tasks and referrals in a nutshell.